Hey guys, we're back yet again, and I know we've been working our butts off to find out the mysteries of Naruto and Boruto universe to you guys for many years now, but in this particular video we are covering a topic regarding the potential of Boruto Uzumaki, and it's just a loose topic discussion regarding the aspect. For example, his vanishing Rasengan. These are jutsu and changes that can be discussed, because what we know from Boruto is that his power seems to be way more powerful compared to Genin from a previous generation by his age. He's literally a prodigy, and honestly, even whilst Naruto was still airing, we were all predicting how overpowered Hinata, Hyuga and Naruto Uzumaki's children will be. And this isn't a balls deep analysis of their bloodlines and everything. Maybe one day I will do that. But I just want to talk about when Naruto, for example, gained the Sage of Six Paths ability alongside the Tailed Beast ability, on top of that Hinata's Byakugan being all merged together to create Boruto, right? The kid truly has a gift in everything. So Boruto being overpowered at his age right now, it kind of makes sense if you view it from this perspective, right? Kakashi confirmed in episode 36 that he already has Chunin level in the academy in terms of raw power. So one thing I want to talk about is Boruto's technique known as the vanishing Rasengan, right? Mainly because we've only seen its first development. I guess during the movie, the vanishing Rasengan is going to be showcased again once Boruto meets Sasuke Uchiha and the retelling of the movie is done again in the anime. So there may be some changes here and there, but it's definitely canon. But let's just imagine for a moment that this technique being used at its full potential, combined with an user that's already overpowered as it is. You know, Naruto had many variations of his Rasengan. Boruto can do the same development and be in fact more diverse. There is often complaints from the previous generation, you know, Naruto's techniques being Rasengan and multi-shadow clone jutsu. That's all the jutsus he used in every single goddamn fight. But Boruto, he has already displayed more jutsu and diversity in his fighting style into the anime in how he fights, which will make more things more entertaining to watch in the future. So maybe Boruto develops this Rasengan technique even further, or what if Sasuke Uchiha, being his sensei, might teach him Chidori? Anything is possible at this point. Currently in the Boruto anime, we've hit the most clinical points towards Boruto's development. It's picking up the pace and it's lit as fuck. So let's analyze Boruto from the very beginning. We could tell as he had some extra training as a youth, especially with his granddad is the head of the Hyuga clan and wanted him to display his development against Hanabi, right? And we can tell he probably had other training methods going on when he was younger with the Hyuga clan with his granddad, because their relationship seems to be quite close. And in fact, another thing you guys should remember is that Naruto Uzumaki did train Boruto when he was a young boy. Before Naruto became the Hokage, he was doing that. Naruto has always been a busy person, we all know that, but it was only after he became the Hokage that he stopped having time for Boruto. And as a little boy, you know, Boruto is around 11-12 years old right now. So Naruto became Hokage around 25-26 years old. So Boruto was in his life and Naruto was in his life and training him, so we know that. So he had that advantage. Boruto has many advantages in his life, but his technique, you know, the Rasengan, it couldn't have been very easy to learn from other ninja. And in fact, Boruto, he kind of learned that quite quick. Boruto seems to be much wittier and a faster learner than his father Naruto, which goes to show that he has a mix of Sasuke Uchiha's personality and traits within him. You know, Boruto seems to be a pure prodigy with talent. Even though Boruto's character sometimes gives off the impression of him being really privileged, his work ethic and regards for friendship, aka nakamas, in terms of feelings is very similar to his father Naruto. It thus allows us to understand this kid is going to become a complete monster once he's older. Boruto is a mix of Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki in design. Kishimoto added the powers from the Hyuga clan, Sage of Six Paths, Naruto Namikaze chakra traits, and a dojutsu with Boruto's pure eye, which I think is a mutation from Hamura's chakra that Hinata inherited, mixed with Hagoromo's chakra that Naruto inherited, which resulted in Boruto gaining something alien. I mean, at this point, we don't even know, maybe, you know, that even the tailed beast chakra might go into Boruto in the future. You know, he might inherit Kurama, and if all of this is given to Boruto, when you think about it, how much you have to accumulate for in terms of genetics, it feels as though this guy won the lottery, right? And the producers and writers and animators of the show are carefully trying to scale the power correctly so it just doesn't become ridiculous like other anime, like, you know, Dragon Ball. I guess we're going a bit off topic, I'm sorry for that, but let me get right to topic. So a battle that had established Boruto's early abilities was his fight against Hanabi Hyuga. We somewhat understand how powerful Hanabi is, as she was directly trained by her father for a very long time and was stronger than Hinata at one point. She also has mastery of the Byakugan, so she's probably a little less than Neji Hyuga. So Boruto, not being absolutely demolished in a second at the age that he is, says something. It showcases his persevering and hard-working mentality, and thus the directors kinda used this battle as an establishing shot to make Boruto's characterization implanted in viewers, thus that his power scaling will make more sense in the future, because we're like, oh, I understand Boruto's character more, and this is what Kishimoto said in his interview, and his intentions was he wanted to create the characters have more development, and now we have that. We know when Boruto becomes overpowered, oh my god, it makes sense, guys, it makes goddamn sense. You could from this point early in the series that Boruto has a lot of built up potential, and Boruto was kinda exploring his dojutsu and his pure eye at the time of this anime, and they explored it with quite a few episodes, right? So Boruto also has a link to Tonori Utsuki. That's something we can't forget as well. So, you know, Tonori Utsuki is saying that Boruto has a destiny and he wants to help him in some way. So they basically have some sort of link, which was more than surprising. But that kind of indicating and insinuating that Boruto is going to get more overpowered, as you know, this is getting quite insane, right? So in the Boruto series, he has effectively used his abilities against Kagura and then against the new 7 Ninja Swordsmen of the Mist, while still being a student, guys. Think about that. He's a goddamn student. He hasn't even passed his exam yet, and he's wrecking these 16-15-year-olds on his own. So he's overpowering these people, gaining so much battle experience compared to someone like Denki. You know, Boruto is light years ahead than compared to everyone else in the goddamn class. You know, only Sarada Uchiha or Mitsuki or whatever stands a chance against this guy. So it really shows that the pure character development the directors have implemented to the success of Naruto. Someone that embellishes Naruto's caring nature, but with Sasuke's fighting style and goals. That's what Boruto represents. Boruto has created his own jutsu called the Vanishing Rasengan. A lot of people in Naruto fandom have created theories on this matter, because in the movie, as he defeats Momoshiki and Kinshiki using the ability to his advantage, some say it could be been a mixture of nature types with the Rasengan, you know, suddenly disappearing into thin air yet still maintaining the same impact of a premature Rasengan, right? So Boruto's hidden ability of the Vanishing Rasengan consists of wind style. However, once it starts to glide from his hands, the nature transformation abruptly kicks in, causing the Rasengan to disappear. However, it still reaches its opponent. And to be fair, this is one overpowered jutsu that Boruto has developed, because it makes the opposition to lower their guard, eventually being hit. And we've seen it with Momoshiki and Kinshiki combined. And if you didn't have knowledge of what Boruto's intentions are, he can then trick his opponents into thinking which Rasengan he does and play mind games, and it's a lose-lose situation for the enemy if you think about it. So yeah. Boruto's vanishing Rasengan was initially an accident stated by Sasuke Uchiha whilst training him in the movie. However, he managed to put it to his advantage, thus allowing him to defeat those Susukis, right? Hiroyuki Yamashita, the director of parts of Naruto Shippuden, Boruto the movie, and now one of the directors of the anime Boruto, he was asked what sort of things were difficult in the making of the Boruto movie. He replied by mentioning the vanishing Rasengan and stated, "It was depicting Boruto's vanishing Rasengan. It was difficult. By nature is something that's invisible. So it was about how I'm supposed to represent this to the viewers." This problem is quite common when coming up with new techniques to implement into the characters, thus making it quite difficult for the director of Boruto to represent its full extent to the viewers. So Boruto's vanishing Rasengan in the Boruto manga during the Mujini Bandits arc had increased in size, like how Naruto developed his Rasengan by using clones to create more. However, with Boruto, he has increased the power by himself, going to show his abilities are superior to Naruto's. In fact, Sasuke Uchiha has mentioned to Boruto himself that one day he may be able to surpass his father Naruto Uzumaki. Even Kakashi has stated to Boruto that he's way too talented, and now Tonori and the Susukis are shaping him up to be kinda like a prophet type figure. So everyone's saying to Boruto, oh, that's why he's so confident and such a smug guy, because everyone's like, bro, you're sick, bro. I wanna suck your dick, bro.
Man, can you hook me with directions to Crenshaw, man?
Fool, you better get your crusty behind away from me.
Man, I'll suck your dick, man.
What you say to me?
I'll suck your dick, man.
Oh, man. Alright, so what you wanna do?
Like that. Imagine everyone's just telling you you're sick. Like, you're sick, fam. You're so powerful, bro. I wanna be your friend. In fact, the director Yamashita stated himself that he has business meetings with Kishimoto, the creator of the anime. He mentioned that he and Kishimoto were one day brainstorming ideas after Kishimoto was finishing the plot around the time of Jump Festa, which would be around 2 years ago of now. They both talked about Boruto having a vanishing Rasengan and other scenes with Boruto and Sarada having a moment at the Hokage monument. They conceived the idea that Boruto should have unique abilities and develop something along these lines. So that says everything on what the directors, the writers, are trying to lead up to the fight with Kawaki, right? The director of the Boruto anime, Hiroyuki Yamashita, has also mentioned Boruto's power exceeds the power of many of his fellow shinobi and much elder ninja. However, by boosting his potential, this allows us to focus on the limelight on the true enemy, the Otsutskis, thus allowing us to introduce Kawaki in the first episode of Boruto. Besides Boruto's overpowered abilities at such an early stage of the anime, we still haven't even added up all the pieces up together, guys, because we forgot one thing, and that is Sage Mode. I mean, goddamn, just imagine Boruto with how overpowered he would be if he gained Sage Mode or inheriting Kurama from Naruto. And you know, that's what you would expect if much more powerful enemies are going to be introduced in the series, such as Kawaki, who seems so much like Boruto. And you know, there's goddamn aliens from space that have Renegans in their hands. I mean, Boruto needs to start sorting something out. So to be fair, the past 3 episodes of Boruto have been excellent, and I've really been enjoying it, and I always advocated that it's always gonna get better after the shitty hit and miss arc they needed to do, and the anime is going at full throttle now. And since the manga is pretty far ahead at this point, I'd say they will probably do a filler arc after the exams and Momoshiki arc. Of course they're gonna do that because they need the manga to go ahead and make the money. They need to make that money, guys. We had to make the money and milk this thing. Anyways, as always, you know, I had fun making this video. It was just a quick rundown for you guys of what's going on with Boruto's character. and there's obviously can be more analysis being done. I'm just trolling here and I'm being my goofy self making this video, and we can talk about their bloodlines and everything on why he's broken. Maybe I'll make this video in the future, but I don't know at this point. In this video I was just talking about in writing and directing standpoint. I wasn't talking about anime logic. So be sure to hit the like button and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our quality videos and make sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you guys in the next one.